launches ambush from a driveway across the street here, killing the victim in the garage behind me. But Action News has since learned that the victim was being investigated by the FBI. After his death, he was found with a dozen cell phones on him, at least one gun retrieved from his apartment, and Action News hearing from several law enforcement sources that the victim was a major drug dealer in a region whose life came to a violent conclusion.
Hey, R.I.P Hammer, man. Hey, let me tell you about this situation, what this nigga had me do. Then I didn't even know I was doing this shit, right? This one we was tight. We was all right back in the day and shit. You know what I mean? He bought a couple cars off me. And we used to just, talk about boxing and shit all the time and shit, right? But this back when he had his little black Mercedes, little C280 John, tinted up. And I had hit him up and I'm like, yo, hey, let me borrow that Benz. Cause I'm creeping tonight. You know what I mean? I need the tent and shit, right? I was like, yo, let me borrow that Benz tonight, man. And I was like, let me use it or whatever and shit. He like, all right. He's like, yo, that joint right down your way too. I'm from West and shit. He's like, right on 48th Street. I'm like, all right, I'll bet. He's like, I'll call you in an hour and I tell them to leave the key in the car. I'm like, all right. So he didn't call me. So I called him like, yo, what's up with the will, man? I need that joint. He's like, all right. It's on 48th Street. You know where my peoples and shit. So I'm like, all right. He's like, the key in there under the seat. But he was like, yo, bring the car up to me, uptown and shit. I gotta put some oil in it. I was like, man, I go to Pep Boys, put some oil in it. He's like, no, this John takes special oil. So I'm like, all right, man. So boom, I get in the car, go up there and shit. Boom, meet up with him. Nigga like pop the trunk. I'm like, what you got, the oil in the trunk? He's like, nah, I don't know about no fucking oil. Nigga grab a bag out the trunk. So I look at this nigga, man. I'm like, hey, Hammer, man. Fuck you had me do, man. He started laughing and shit. I said, man, you gonna put oil in the car? He's like, man, I don't need no fucking oil. I said, Hammer, man, what's in the fucking bag? He's like, look. I was like, Hammer, give me some fucking money, man. What the fuck is you doing? He's like, I'm gonna hit you. He's like, let me go in the crib. I'm like, this motherfucker, man, probably had me make a fucking move that I ain't even fucking know because I'm thirsty for the wheel, trying to creep with a broad and shit. I done made a motherfucking penitentiary chance driving this car up here and shit, right? So, like, the next day, he hit me up. He's like, he started laughing and shit. He's like, what you need, a couple of hours, man? I said, nah, man, just buy another car with me, man. He's like, all right, I got you, man. I got you. Hey, that's a short little scene about the bull Hammer. R.I.P Hammer, man. Crazy motherfucker.